Went out in my backyard this afternoon and I actually saw a glimpse of the sun through the haze.
You may be the only person in the entire city to see the sun today.
Very unique.
You're very fortunate. I haven't seen the sun. It's as though it set one day and it didn't come back. What happened to it? This is the way the valley might have looked to people up a little bit in elevation in the Sierra, a deep blanket shrouding the valley. Let's go and take a look at the temperatures today. Didn't change much. Every temperature in every city on this map stayed within a degree or else stayed the same as yesterday's temperature, except Merced. They had 54 yesterday. They dropped to 51 today. Now we have what's called a temperature inversion. That means it's warmer aloft. If you go up 2,000 feet and you take a look at the temperature, there it is, 57 degrees at the 2,000-foot level of Mariposa, the warmest spot today on this six-county map. 58 is what we're supposed to have on the data, and we hit 60 last year. Let's go now and check the current readings. They haven't changed much. 48 the temperature after a high of 50, a low last night of 44. The dew point right now is 44, the relative humidity 86%, winds westerly at 5, the pressure rising yet at 30.19. And again, there were particulates in the air today. This is carbon monoxide time of the year, and there was some carbon monoxide in the air also, but particulates, the major source. Still moderate air quality today. Little change in the state of California. We have had some fog again in inland valleys and not burning off. It's been very persistent. We've traded from being mostly dense to more persistent right now in most valley locations. There has also been fog in southern coastal sections, Los Angeles and San Diego to name a couple areas, and only 54 degrees in San Francisco today. They've had some fog. It's really the same story. Now, you see these clouds out here today actually coming up from the tropics a little bit and got caught into a cold front. Those are really right over us about right now, but we can't see them because the fog, the low overcast is just up there a little ways, obscuring the view of those higher clouds we might see. We have a little bit of a warm front traveling in front of another cold front back here. It's going to ride up again into the Pacific Northwest. And here is why. Take a look at the upper air winds tonight. We do have a low pressure trough out here in the Pacific. It bends the winds around the bottom of it and pushes storms right up there into Oregon and Washington. High pressure locked in over our part of the country. No change expected for the weekend. Things will stay much the same. Take another look at the fog back there. As if you haven't seen enough, you say. 32 right at the freezing point in Minneapolis today. Now, most of the nation has had fairly cold weather, and it's also been under high pressure. About two-thirds of the nation under high pressure. We've had some rain and snow to look at. The rain has been in the mid-Atlantic coast states, some snow across the central Appalachians, into the Great Lakes states, and the Pacific Northwest, of course, has had rain and some snow. San Francisco now, locally dense fog near daybreak up there with mostly sunny afternoons all the way through the weekend, temperatures in the 50s. Some dense fog along the coast, nights and mornings in L.A., but sunny in the afternoon, temperatures in the 70s there. And there's got to be some great places to go. How about the coast? Monterey will have patchy fog, but this forecast calls for clear skies in the afternoon. A few cirrostratus clouds will move into the mountains, but they are high and broken clouds, so we expect good weather, mostly for the Sierra this weekend. Skiing in full force up around Lake Tahoe. Fresno, the fog will be a general nuisance right throughout the weekend, and somewhere the sun must shine, but not here. Fog Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures still continuing in the 50s. I'd like to offer some change, but with this deep blanket of fog hanging over us, it's not conducive to any type of change.
Keeping us boxed in. Steve, we got a report.